Hello friends, this is my YouTube channel IT Pro. You can watch it for a strongly foundation of information technology and promises you to give you conceptual knowledge in computer. Keep watching for latest videos. Time to time I will come with the latest video in computer. Thank you.
Another single content, and this time I'll try to put a chart here. And in here there is a button here called Insert Chart. And I can choose many different styles of charts. I'll just stick with this one for now and I'll click OK. And it will open an Excel type function and I can change the wordings here. So I can type whatever I want in the information. And whatever I type here will show up on my screen, and I can close this. And there it is. Now depending on the style of a chart I've used, it will show up in that way. And there are a lot of things you can do. So if you know Excel, which I talk about some of these things in my Excel video, you can start making changes to them as you like it through the chart tools. I'll go back to new slide, to contents, and say I wanted to add those clip arts or a picture that I have online in my cloud service or Facebook or something like that. So in here there is this button here for online picture, and also here. So I'll click on it. Now I can do a search here on the top, or I can do a search on Bing, the search engine, to look for it, or I can browse to my SkyDrive, which is the cloud service of Microsoft if I had pictures there. So I'll look for some clip arts, which are those cartoon type characters. So I can say, let's look for a building. And here are these cartoon type characters, the clip arts of a building. Anyone I liked, I just click on it. And then it will be added by inserting it. Or I can just double click on it and I think it's downloaded, and there's the image added, and now I've got the picture tools, which is the same as the other picture tools. Corrections, colors, artistic effects, picture effects, layouts, any of the changes I wanted to make to it. Borders. So lots of options, and you can always resize it, you can drag it around if you want it, and then up here I can add my text. The bullets come up, so those options are there, and I can just add a title here. We'll add one more slide, and this time I'll use title and content, and I will try to add what's called a SmartArt. So I'll just put a title here, and I'll use this button. SmartArt are like, if you've seen those lists, or you want to create a process or a cycle, you want to show how people can follow certain cycles, or hierarchy, when you want to create the CEO, president's kind of a map. So I can click it and I'll click OK. Now I can start typing here. Whatever I want, I can start. And again, I've got tools for it, so I can start making changes to the coloring as I like it. And there are different styles associated with it. Many different styles available. Take your pick. And the exams, you'll find these questions where they'll tell you to change the style to powder. So you see, when you point to it, you'll come to know in the exam you will get these options. And I can change it to any layouts I like. As I point to it, they start changing, so I don't even have to do anything. Now if you wanted to add shapes, say I wanted to add an assistant to the senior VP sales, then I can add a shape by using the tools on the top. On the left hand side it says add shape, and I can add an assistant. So you see, it adds an assistant. I can double click on it, or I can just click on it one time and I can then type something. So if you don't remember these buttons, always remember right click and you should see an option to add shape, add assistant, and you can type something there. If you wanted, you can also open up this text pane so that you can now start typing it in the text pane rather than typing it in here. So you can type there or here, it's up to you. I can even close it. And if you look in the Smart Tools design, there is an option called Convert that if I wanted, I could convert this SmartArt to text. And you see it shows like that. And I can hit undo. And the same way, if I go to my summary slide, I click on it. I believe there is an option here where it says Convert to SmartArt. And I can convert to one of these styles of SmartArt. You see, as I point to it, it started to change in the background. And I can go to more, and then I can choose maybe the hierarchy, and it shows up like that. And I can hit undo. So it's a nice little feature to switch between one to the other if you wanted it. I'll do one last slide, so I'm going to go to new slide and add a title and content. And in this one, I'll show you how to add a movie. And there is a button here called Insert Video. I'll click it. And now I can insert it from my computer, so I'll browse from it. And you see there's a button to insert from Facebook, so you can do that. They also have the option for pictures. So I'll click browse. I'll go to where my sample video is. I'll double click on it. And then the movie is added. And they have video tools for it. And in the playback, you can choose to either start it automatically. You can make it play full screen. You can affect the volume. So there are lots of different options you can affect here. And this video will play when we start watching our slideshow. So just to show you, I'll go to the slideshow option on the top. There's a ribbon, the tab called slideshow. And I'll say slideshow from current slide. I'll click it. And now you see the PowerPoint has started playing the video automatically in full screen. I'll hit escape to stop. So from slideshow tab, you can start a slideshow from beginning. So if I do that, now it's showing my slideshow. If I want to change the slide, I either have to click with my mouse, or I have to use the enter key on the keyboard, or use the down arrow, and it will start to change. At any time you want to stop your PowerPoint, you hit the escape key on the keyboard. One last thing for this video, and I'll end this one, is how do you add some more elements? So say I've got this picture, but I want to add some more picture, because if I click on it, I hit delete, this picture will be deleted and I get my box back and I can add another one. I'll just hit undo, but I want to add some more things, some other things. So I'll go to insert, and now from here I can choose to insert a table, pictures, screenshots of whatever is on my computer or from the internet. I can also insert shapes. So if I want, I can take any of these shapes and then I can drag it and draw it. I can right click on it and I can edit text, and then I can type whatever I want. And I've got tools on the top where I can change things as I want it, and I can drag it to wherever I want. And there are some more things under insert. You can insert smart arts or charts. You can also make something a hyperlink. So say if I highlight this, I can add a hyperlink on it, and I can say, go to some other file in my computer, so I can browse to where my file is. Or I can just say go to a Google or whatever website. So now that is actually clickable. That will take me to that website. I can also say this, I click on it and I can add an action to it. So I can insert a action, and I can say that when I click on it, you link it to a slide on this, or a URL, or any other file. There's also an option for mouse over, so when somebody just points the mouse to it, it will do something. Or you can run a program, a special type. You can make it play a sound of something. So that's also available under Insert. You can add text boxes anywhere you want. So I can click it, and I can add a box, and then I can start typing in this box. And then I've got the tools for it to make any kind of changes to the box. So remember that anything you do, you're going to get tools for it. So keep in mind, and that will have an impact of whatever you are doing. And then you can drag it around to wherever you want it. You can even twist it as you like it. And then you can go to home and you can affect some other things in there, maybe the text direction right there. I can hit delete to delete any elements. It could be anything. You can delete it by hitting the delete button on the keyboard. Make sure you click on it. And also under Insert, you have options to add header and footer. So I can click it, and then I can say on my slide, put the date and time. So it will be showing up on the bottom. And if I want it in the footer, I can add my own custom footer. And I can even say don't put it on the title slide. And I'll click apply, or apply means only apply to this slide. Apply to all means apply to all. And if you look on the bottom, there is the date, and there is my custom footer that I just added. You can also add WordArt. You can then type whatever you want in there. With WordArt too, you got the tools, so you can affect the shape effects. You can make it 3D rotations. See, now it's changed. Or text effects of different types. So you can start playing around with this and you'll get a hang of it as to how this whole thing works. Don't want it? Click on the edges and hit the delete button on keyboard. You can also take any object. So I say if I take this object, drop it on top of my text. Now if I want, while it is selected, I can go to this button, send backwards, and I can send to back. So now the image is in the background, and I can make the image lighter so that the text is much more visible. So I can choose a lighter shade so the text becomes visible. So that's the neat feature with, and you can do it with any elements. I can click on this picture. I can go to format. I'll make the color lighter. And then I can drop it on top of it. And then I can send to back. So now you see the arrow and everything's on the top. I can hit undo a few times to let it go back to the way it was. You can also go to Insert and you can add slide numbers to the bottom. So if you want it, I can add a slide number and it will show up on the right hand side. I can hit apply to all, and there is the slide number on the bottom. You can also insert equations. You can add special symbols if you need it. Copyright. Add it. And later on, I'll talk about in the second or third video about how to add an audio, either on this slide or as a background music, which I'll talk about. But you can always add even any video. So just move to a different slide. I can add any video anywhere I want, either an online video or I can add it from my PC. And when you have a slide, so in this case, I have a slide which is a single content. I want to change it to a double content. I'll go to Home. I'll click on the button Layout, and I'll change it to 2 contents. So now I can have 2 different boxes. I can change my mind, go back to single. And you can do it whenever you want. You can make changes to it as you like it. So that's it for this video.
Thank you. Thanks for watching my videos. And if you will like this video, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Thank you.